This is a screencast on how to describe the structural features or characteristics of a text, and the genre of text we're going to use this time is an information report. Now the criteria for this is really clear. So if you just look at the criteria down here, for multi-structural is you can describe which genre it is and include several relevant structural features or characteristics of the text. What is the text? What are some of the features it has that make it a report? Over here, you can go further and link these to how the features help the reader understand the text. How do these features help the reader? And finally, how does this text compare in terms structural feature compared to an explanation or something like that? So let's look at some of the structural features and characteristics of an information report. Now you have the information report here on African elephants that we read. And we have a number of things that we can actually point to as being part of making it. You'll notice, for instance, it has an introduction and a conclusion. Okay, and the purpose of these are to summarize what the text is about, tell the reader what it's going to be about. You'll notice that each of they're broken into paragraphs, so it's to organize the thinking, organize ideas. Okay, you'll also notice that there's no use of I or we or you are not used in the text, because that would mean that you're giving opinions. What we're doing with this is giving straight facts in the text. And also that you'll notice, and I'll circle a few on here, but before we do that, before I do that, I actually might zoom in a bit, that some precise vocabulary is used. Give you some answers, give you some examples, adaptations, sweet glands, wrinkles, moisture. These type of words are precise vocab, which is a very important part of the text, because we need to be able to describe the features of whatever we're writing an information report about. So if you look on here, we actually covered many of these when we did our describe map about it. Okay, so remember, not only to make your answer multi-structural, you would write some answers in the circles that identify features. So we said no dialogue because it's just facts. Doesn't use I or we because the writing is about an animal or whatever the thing is about. There's facts only, it's not an argument. That's a very important part. If you look over here, use precise language because it makes it clearer. Paragraphs organised into ideas and the introduction and conclusion. And what we said down here is that information reports contain facts like an argument, but an argument has opinions. So in there we've made it extended abstract because we compared the two, and we've said that arguments have facts as well, but arguments also have opinions, which information reports don't have. This genre of text is a explanation, and it's slightly different from an information report. In an explanation, the point of an explanation is to explain how something works or what the process of something, and it has sequences or why something happens. So in this particular text here, it was explaining how they rescued the temples at Abu Simbel when they had to build a dam there. And if we look at it a bit more closely, you can see here we've identified some things. So it has connectives that link ideas and makes them all reading. It's a process explanation, and thus the ideas are sequenced. So going from the beginning of the process or the reason to the end. Over here they use technical words for detail, and they have conclusion which wraps it all up, and it's facts to understand the process. Here we have an argument. Now while the last two were very similar in terms of what their features, an argument is quite different. An argument has similar things to a information report and explanation. Things that it has the same are it has facts it adds detail, has paragraphs, has an introduction and conclusion which serve the same purpose: introduction, introducing the thing, conclusion, summarising the thing. But there's one major difference. The major difference in an argument is that the writer is trying to persuade you to go along with their argument. So if we take a closer look at one, you will see in here that we've highlighted some places in here where there are some opinions. This is why I believe there is supervised rooms, games and rooms at lunchtimes for children to go. In this introduction here, rather than saying what the argument's going to be about, they actually say, state the case, why they think what their argument is. And you'll see in it they also can use personal pronouns like you, they, I, that type of thing. Furthermore to this is in each of the paragraphs down here, and you'll notice that I've got a little bit of text here, in the furthermore to this, each of the paragraphs are organised around the fact that they're building on the argument. So this part of the argument is about what they should do at lunchtimes instead. This one is about suicide rate, backing up the fact that that basically people who play by themselves need to find people to play with. Another key feature is persuasive language features. Words where the writer has added them into add effect. Awful, believe, good, great. Those type of words are all opinions. And then the facts are used to back up the opinion. So if we go back to here, you can see again connectives are used, verbs are used to express their opinions, emotive language is used, concern, unreasonable, that type of thing.